Welcome to the colorful, chaotic, and without end interesting global of The Simpsons. Since its debut in 1989, this iconic lively series has captured the hearts and funny bones of audiences worldwide with its irreverent humor, memorable characters, and sharp social remarks. Set in the fictional metropolis of Springfield, The Simpsons follows the misadventures of the dysfunctional yet lovely Simpson-owned family patriarch Homer, matriarch Marge, rebellious son Bart, wonderful daughter Lisa, and pacifier-sucking child Maggie, as they navigate the island downs of regular existence. With its particular combination of satire, wit, and heart, The Simpsons has grown to be a cultural phenomenon, influencing the entirety from pop culture to politics and earning a well-deserved location inside the pantheon of TV records. So clutch a donut, settle in at the couch, and put together to laugh, cry, and ponder the meaning of lifestyles along America's favorite yellow-skinned circle of relatives. Since its inception 34 seasons in the past, The Simpsons has been greater than only a TV display. It has been a cultural phenomenon, reflecting society's quirks and foibles with a wit that is sharp and timeless. But in 2024, something shifted. What had as soon as been mere amusement took on a sudden twist, plunging visitors into an international where fact and fiction blurred in methods they could never have imagined. Season after season, fanatics tuned in eagerly to catch up with the antics of the Simpsons circle of relatives, Homer's bumbling escapades, Marge's affected personal expertise, Bart's mischievous antics, Lisa's intellectual musings, and Maggie's silent but sage observations. But amidst the laughter and heartwarming moments, there has been a diffused undercurrent of thriller, a sense that something more became at play. As the seasons opened up, astute visitors commenced to be aware of a curious sample emerging. Events depicted inside the display, political scandals, technological breakthroughs, societal shifts appeared to bear an eerie resemblance to actual international occurrences, often predating them by using months or maybe years. The show's writers appeared to possess a knack for tapping into the zeitgeist, for capturing the zeitgeist with a precision that bordered on the supernatural. But it wasn't until 2024 that the overall quantity of The Simpsons' predictive powers had become obvious. With every passing episode, the show appeared to provide glimpses right into a destiny yet to spread, leaving audiences both spellbound and unnerved. The line between fiction and fact blurred as viewers puzzled whether The Simpsons was merely reflecting the world around them or shaping it in approaches they couldn't recognize. Conspiracy theories ran rampant. Some believed that the show's writers were aware of insider records, pulling the strings behind the curtain to control events within the real international. Others speculated that The Simpsons had tapped into a few cosmic forces, a source of awareness past the world of human knowledge. And yet, despite the thriller surrounding its origins, The Simpsons' predictions persisted unabated, everyone including to the display's mystique and cementing its status as a cultural touchstone. For fanatics, looking at The Simpsons became greater than only a form of leisure. It became an exercise in divination, a quest to unlock the secrets and techniques of the destiny hidden inside its animated frames. As the seasons rolled on and The Simpsons entered its 35th year in the air, one element became certain: the show's capacity to captivate and mystify audiences confirmed no signs of waning. Whether through luck, talent, or a few otherworldly powers, The Simpsons had transcended its repute as an insignificant TV show to emerge as something far more, a beacon of insight in an ever-changing international. And as long as it continued to air, viewers might stay glued to their screens, eager to unravel the mysteries hidden within its yellow-skinned characters and undying humor. Here's are the Simpsons episodes that are frequently stated for his or her predictions of future occasions. Number 1, Bart to the Future, Season 11. Episode 17 predicted Donald Trump's presidency, referenced as a Shaggy dog story, which got here real in 2016. In Bart to the Future, an episode from Season 11 of The Simpsons, Lisa Simpson is portrayed as the President of the US, going through the demanding situation of a budget deficit inherited from President Trump. This casual point out of Trump's presidency, made in the year 2000, became heads whilst it virtually got here in 2016, marking one of the display's most well-known times of seemingly predicting a future event. Donald Trump's sudden victory and presidency were characterized by controversy and a polarizing effect on American politics, cementing the episode's repute as an uncanny foreshadowing of actual world traits. Number 2, Lisa's Wedding, Season 6, Episode 19. Predicted video chat technology, smartwatches, and the final results of the FIFA corruption scandal, among different matters. In Lisa's Wedding, a standout episode from Season 6 of The Simpsons, viewers are handled to a lovely glimpse into Lisa's future as she envisions her impending nuptials to a charming British gentleman named Hugh Parkfield. What makes this episode mainly noteworthy is its remarkably correct portrayal of the futuristic generation, which includes video chat communiques and wearable smartwatches, each of which has in view that emerged as imperative elements of everyday life in the 21st century. Furthermore, the episode subtly alludes to the final results of the FIFA corruption scandal, which rocked the world of worldwide soccer years later. Through its insightful and humorous depiction of destiny improvements and societal troubles, Lisa's wedding showcases the display's uncanny ability to expect and comment on the ever-evolving panorama of modern-day lifestyle. Number 3. The City of New York vs. Homer Simpson Season 9, Episode 1 predicted the 9/11 assaults, with a scene showing a mag cover providing the World Trade Center towers with the Variety 9 after it, appearing to study September 11th. In the City of New York vs. Homer Simpson, the Season 9 surest of The Simpsons. The Simpsons circle of relatives embarks on a memorable avenue journey to New York City. Amidst the chaos of their misadventures in the Big Apple, a scene has considering garnered large attention and speculation. On a passing magazine cover, the enduring World Trade Center towers are in short depicted with the quantity 9 located after them, growing the arrival of 11th of September. This fleeting moment has led some to interpret it as a chilling prediction of the tragic activities that opened up on the 11th of September, 2001. However, it is essential to technique such interpretations with warning. Spotting that The Simpsons is known for its clever nods to actual global occasions and cultural references. While the scene may additionally evoke eerie emotions in hindsight, it's likely a coincidental instance of the display's satirical humor, rather than a deliberate prediction of the future. Number 4. Marge vs. The Monorail Season 4, Episode 12 predicted the defective monorail device, which has been interpreted as a prediction of transportation mishaps or infrastructure problems. In the iconic Marge vs. The Monorail episode from Season 4 of The Simpsons, Springfield turns into the center of exhilaration and chaos, whilst a charismatic salesman named Lyle Lanley pitches the idea of a monorail gadget to the town. Despite Marge's reservations and warnings about the mission's viability, the townsfolk eagerly include the proposal, swept up within the promise of present-day transportation. However, as production starts to evolve and the monorail is unveiled, it will become increasingly clear that the mission is plagued with the aid of shoddy workmanship, corner reduction, and a lack of oversight. The episode serves as a satirical remark on the dangers of blindly embracing new technologies and infrastructure initiatives without the right planning and laws. In hindsight, a few visitors have drawn parallels between the fictional monorail debacle and real-life transportation mishaps or infrastructure disasters, leading to interpretations of the episode as a prescient prediction of destiny activities. While The Simpsons has a record of cleverly satirizing societal troubles, any perceived predictions on this episode are in all likelihood coincidental and reflective of the show's keen observations of human nature and modern-day culture. Number 5. Homer Goes to College Season 5, Episode 3 predicted the discovery of the Higgs boson particle, although this prediction may be greater of a coincidence. In the traditional Homer Goes to College episode from Season 5 of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson reveals himself enrolled in Springfield University after failing a competency look at paintings. The episode humorously depicts Homer's misadventures as he struggles to match in with the academic crowd and navigate the challenges of better education. While the primary plot of the episode revolves around Homer's university level, there may be a diffused reference to the invention of the Higgs boson particle, an essential particle in particle physics. During a scene where Homer is gambling with a toy subatomic particle set, he is seen gambling with a particle categorized as Higgs boson, which a few visitors have interpreted as a nod to the destiny discovery of this elusive particle. However, it is important to word that this reference may be greater of an accident than a deliberate prediction, as The Simpsons is thought for its clever humor and cultural references rather than accurate clinical foresight. Number 6. Simpson Tide Season 9, Episode 19 predicted the 2013 incident wherein a horsemeat scandal found out that horsemeat has been observed in various food merchandise across Europe. In Simpson Tide, an episode from Season 9 of The Simpsons, Homer by chance enlists in the Naval Reserve and finds himself on a submarine. The episode follows Homer's antics as he inadvertently takes control of the vessel and embarks on a chain of misadventures. While the number one consciousness of the episode is on Homer's submarine escapades, there's a short scene wherein the crew is served a questionable meal labeled as diverse horse elements. This scene has been interpreted using a few viewers as a nod to the 2013 horsemeat scandal in Europe, where it turned into determined that horsemeat had been mislabeled and discovered in numerous meals merchandise. However, it is worth noting that this reference may be coincidental, as The Simpsons regularly carries satirical humor and cultural commentary into its episodes without necessarily intending to expect unique actual international events. Number 7. Bart Gets Famous Season 5, Episode 12. Predicted the advent of the autocorrect characteristic on smartphones, even though once more, this may be taken into consideration as more of an accident. In Bart Gets Famous, an episode from Season 5 of The Simpsons, Bart by chance becomes a celeb after uttering the catchphrase, "I didn't do it," on a televised kids display. The episode follows Bart's upward push to fame and subsequent fall from grace as he navigates the complexities of celeb subculture. While the main awareness of the episode is on Bart's newfound reputation, there may be a subplot regarding Homer purchasing a non-public assistant named Dial, a phrase, a device that mechanically generates excuses for any situation. This tool bears little resemblance to the autocorrect characteristic discovered on contemporary smartphones, which shows a capability connection to the destiny improvement of this generation. However, it's critical to recognize that any perceived prediction on this episode is possibly coincidental, as The Simpsons regularly incorporates satirical humor and cultural remarks without necessarily proceeding to forecast unique technological advancements. Number 8. Treehouse of Horror 6 Season 7, Episode 6. Predicted the final results of the 2016 Nobel Prize in Economics, which become provided to Bengt Holmstrom, as well as the concept of smartwatches and their ability as conversation gadgets. In the Treehouse of Horror 6 episode from Season 7 of The Simpsons, there are diffused nods to future technological improvements. One scene functions Marge the use of a wristwatch-like device for communication, corresponding to the idea of smartwatches. Additionally, the episode includes a visual gag where the Nobel Prize in Economics is awarded to a person named Bengt Holmstrom, who obtained the actual Nobel Prize in Economics in 2016. While those references may additionally seem prescient, they're possibly coincidental, as The Simpsons frequently carries satirical humor without intending to predict specific actual international events. Number 9. The Joy of Sect Season 9, Episode 13. Predicted the development of the concept of a FaceTime church, harking back to online church offerings and spiritual gatherings that became more unusual in the virtual age. In The Joy of Sect, an episode from Season 9 of The Simpsons, the citizens of Springfield discover themselves ensnared with the aid of a charismatic cult led by a person named the Leader. As the cult profits momentum, it introduces an idea harking back to modern-day online church services and non-secular gatherings, the FaceTime church. This period reflects the digital age's embody of technology for religious practices, allowing believers to take part in virtual offerings and connect to their faith groups remotely. While The Joy of Sect offers a satirical take on cults and religious moves, its portrayal of the FaceTime church concept foreshadows real global trends in religious engagement and digital connectivity. Number 10. Bart Gets an Elephant Season 5, Episode 17. Predicted the Siegfried Roy tiger attack incident in 2003, in which Roy Horn changed into attacked and critically injured with the aid of one of the display's tigers in the course of a stage performance. In Bart Gets an Elephant, an episode from Season 5 of The Simpsons, Bart wins an elephant named Stampy in a radio contest. Throughout the episode, Stampy wreaks havoc on Springfield, Maine, to a sequence of comedic mishaps. While the principal attention of the episode is on Stampy's antics, there may be a scene wherein the town's residents attend a performance by a duo referred to as Gunter and Ernst, who are depicted as magicians with a white tiger. This scene bears resemblance to the Siegfried Roy tiger attack incident in 2003, wherein Roy Horn changed into attacked and critically injured by one of their white tigers in the course of a live performance. While The Simpsons is understood for its satirical tackle real-world occasions, any perceived prediction in this episode is probably coincidental, as the show frequently carries exaggerated and funny situations without proceeding to forecast unique incidents. Number 11. Bart's Comet Season 6, Episode 14. Predicted a giant panic over a comet chance, reflecting concerns in media coverage surrounding the ability asteroid or comet effects. In Bart's Comet, an episode from Season 6 of The Simpsons, Bart discovers a comet hurtling toward Springfield, sparking big panic and chaos among some of the town's residents. As the approaching risk looms large, Springfield citizens scramble to locate shelter and devise survival plans. The episode humorously satirizes the hysteria and media frenzy that frequently accompany actual existence concerns about the ability of asteroid or comet influences. While The Simpsons is known for its clever social remarks and cultural references, any perceived prediction on this episode is probably coincidental, because the display often exaggerates eventualities for comedic effect without intending to forecast precise destiny events. Number 12. Lisa the Skeptic Season 9, Episode 8. Predicted the discovery of a skeleton similar to the episode's plotline in which a skeleton believed to be an angel is determined, referencing controversies surrounding archaeological unearths and non-secular interpretations. In Lisa the Skeptic, an episode from Season 9 of The Simpsons, Springfield is thrown into a frenzy whilst a skeleton unearthed in the course of a production venture is assumed to be an angel. The discovery sparks controversy because it reignites debates about faith, technology, and the nature of the notion. This plotline displays real-life controversies surrounding archaeological finds and religious interpretations, where discoveries regularly intersect with deeply held beliefs and initiate excessive scrutiny. While The Simpsons deftly navigates those topics with its trademark humor and social commentary, any perceived prediction on this episode is in all likelihood coincidental, because the show often attracts inspiration from present-day problems without intending to forecast precise destiny events. Number 13. Who Shot Mr. Burns? Part 1 and 2, Season 6, Episode 25, and Season 7, Episode 1, predicted the final results of the 2016 U.S. presidential election, in which in a scene from Part 2, a map of the U.S. is proven with the states colored pink and blue, similar to the electoral map of Donald Trump's victory. In the two-part episode Who Shot Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, Springfield is plunged into chaos when Mr. Burns is shot, leading to a thriller with numerous suspects. In Part 2, a scene capabilities a map of the U.S. with states colored crimson and blue, resembling the electoral map of Donald Trump's victory in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. While this visual nod can also appear prescient, The Simpsons frequently includes satire and cultural references without proceeding to expect particular consequences. Any perceived predictions are probably coincidental, reflecting the display's keen observations of modern-day society. Number 14. Homer versus Lisa and the Eighth Commandment, Season 2, Episode 13, predicted the rise of streaming services and the decline of cable television, with the character Homer illegally obtaining cable TV and dealing with ethical dilemmas. In Homer vs. Lisa and the Eighth Commandment, an episode from Season 2 of The Simpsons, Homer faces an ethical quandary while he illegally obtains cable TV. This storyline touches on themes of ethics and temptation as Homer grapples with the decision to interrupt the law for the sake of amusement. While the episode predates the huge availability of streaming offerings, its exploration of the allure of cable TV and moral quandaries foreshadows the following upward thrust of streaming systems and the decline of traditional cable TV. However, any perceived prediction on this episode is in all likelihood coincidental, as The Simpsons regularly reflects and comments on societal trends without proceeding to forecast unique future traits. Number 15. The Musk Who Fell to Earth, Season 26, Episode 12, predicted Elon Musk's look and involvement with SpaceX, Tesla, and other ventures, as well as his hobby in space travel and Mars colonization. In The Musk Who Fell to Earth, an episode from Season 26 of The Simpsons, the person Elon Musk makes a look, showcasing his involvement with SpaceX, Tesla, and different ventures. The episode humorously explores Musk's interest in space travel and Mars colonization, reflecting real-life issues that have defined Musk's profession. While The Simpsons frequently carries cultural references and movie star visitor appearances, any perceived prediction of Musk's endeavors is probably coincidental, as the display goals are to entertain rather than forecast specific destiny occasions. Number 16. Milhouse Doesn't Live Here Anymore, Season 15, Episode 12, predicted the recognition of the FIFA online game franchise, with a scene offering Bart gambling a game similar to FIFA. In Milhouse Doesn't Live Here Anymore, an episode from Season 15 of The Simpsons, there's a scene in which Bart is depicted gambling a recreation, just like the FIFA online game franchise. This diffused reference guidelines at the destiny reputation of the FIFA video game collection. However, any perceived prediction on this episode is likely coincidental, as The Simpsons frequently incorporates cultural references and traits without proceeding to forecast particular destiny trends. Number 17. Monty Burns Fleeing Circus, Season 28, Episode 1, predicted the outcome of the 2016 U.S. presidential election, with a scene showing Homer balloting for Hillary Clinton on a digital balloting device, but the vote is recorded for Donald Trump. In Monty Burns Fleeing Circus, the Season 28 superior of The Simpsons, there is a scene depicting Homer Simpson voting in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. In the scene, Homer tries to vote for Hillary Clinton on a digital vote casting device, but the machine information is vote for Donald Trump rather. This moment has been interpreted with the aid of a few as a nod to the debatable issues surrounding digital vote casting machines and potential mistakes or tampering in elections. However, it is vital to be aware that The Simpsons regularly contains satire and social statements, and any perceived prediction in this episode is likely coincidental, as opposed to intentional. Number 18. The Day the Earth Stood Cool Season 24, Episode 7. Predicted the upward push of hipster subculture and gentrification, with the Simpson family's acquaintances becoming hipsters and the community undergoing large changes. In The Day the Earth Stood Cool, an episode from Season 24 of The Simpsons, the Simpson family's neighborhood undergoes big changes when new neighbors pass in and embody the hipster lifestyle. This storyline humorously displays the upward thrust of hipster lifestyle and gentrification in cutting-edge society, with the neighborhood transforming as a result. While The Simpsons regularly satirizes cultural developments and societal shifts, any perceived prediction on this episode is probably coincidental, as the display aims to entertain instead of forecast specific destiny tendencies. Number 19. Bart to the Future Season 11, Episode 17. Predicted the presidency of Donald Trump, with a flash forward showing Lisa Simpson as president of the USA remarking at the challenges left in the back by the Trump management. In Bart to the Future, an episode from Season 11 of The Simpsons, a flash-ahead sequence depicts Lisa Simpson as president of the USA commenting on the demanding situations inherited from the previous management, which is implied to be edited using Donald Trump. This scene has been interpreted by a few as a prediction of Trump's presidency, which certainly occurred in 2016. However, it is vital to observe that The Simpsons regularly employs satire and social observation, and any perceived prediction in this episode is probably coincidental in preference of intentional. Number 20. Marge and Chain Season 4, Episode 21. Predicted the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, with a scene presenting an information file approximately a virulent disease known as the Osaka Flu originating from Japan and spreading swiftly. In Marge and Chains, an episode from Season 4 of The Simpsons, there's a scene featuring a news record approximately a fictional virus known as the Osaka Flu originating from Japan and spreading swiftly. This fictional state of affairs has drawn comparisons to the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, because of its similarities, which include a contagious virus originating from abroad and inflicting massive panic. However, it is crucial to note that The Simpsons often uses exaggerated and satirical storylines for comedic impact, and any perceived prediction in this episode is probably coincidental as opposed to intentional. Number 21. Dan. The Trouble with Trillions Season 9, Episode 20. Predicted the discovery of a $1,000 billion invoice inside the US Treasury, reflecting worries about authorities spending and national debt. In The Trouble with Trillions, an episode from Season 9 of The Simpsons, the man or woman Homer Simpson uncovers a $1 trillion invoice inside the US Treasury for the duration of a task for the FBI. This discovery displays concerns approximately government spending and the countrywide debt, as well as the absurdity of one of these high-denomination invoices. While the episode serves as a satire of government forms and economic mismanagement, any perceived prediction of a selected event is possibly coincidental, as The Simpsons often exaggerates real international problems for comedic impact without proceeding to forecast specific future occurrences. Number 22. Das Bus Season 9, Episode 14. Predicted the 1999 breakdown of the Mars climate orbiter because of a combination of metric and imperial devices, much like a scene where the children of Springfield Elementary are stranded on a deserted island after a faculty bus accident. In Das Bus, an episode from Season 9 of The Simpsons, the children of Springfield Elementary locate themselves stranded on a deserted island after a school bus twist of fate. This situation has drawn comparisons to the actual lifestyle's 1999 breakdown of the Mars climate orbiter because of a mixture up among metric and imperial units. While the episode's storyline stalks similarities with the incident involving the Mars climate orbiter, any perceived prediction on this episode is in all likelihood coincidental. The Simpsons regularly incorporates humor and satire based on current events and trends, and any parallels to real global activities are generally supposed for comedic effect, as opposed to as planned predictions. Number 23. King Size Homer Season 7, Episode 7. Predicted the proliferation of wearable era and health tracking gadgets, with Homer the use of a Pin Pals bowling team blouse to qualify for disability due to his weight. In King Size Homer, an episode from Season 7 of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson endeavors to qualify for disability due to his weight by achieving a target of 300 pounds. As part of his scheme, Homer wears a Pin Pals bowling group shirt geared up with a wristwatch-like tool to music his steps and grow his weight. This storyline satirizes the concept of the wearable era and fitness monitoring gadgets, reflecting the growing proliferation of such devices in current society. While The Simpsons regularly offers humorous statements on modern traits, any perceived prediction on this episode is likely coincidental rather than intentional. Number 24. The Bonfire of the Manatees Season 17. Episode 1. Predicted the emergence of fact television suggests proposing weird or sensationalist content material, with the episode parodying truth TV tropes and celebrity way of life. In The Bonfire of the Manatees, an episode from Season 17 of The Simpsons, the storyline parodies reality television shows featuring weird or sensationalist content material, reflecting the emergence of such programming in current media. The episode satirizes reality TV tropes and movie star culture as Homer gets involved in a plot related to the exploitation of manatees for truth TV. While The Simpsons regularly offers statements on societal tendencies and media influences, any perceived prediction in this episode is in all likelihood coincidental instead of intentional. Number 25. But why? The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace Season 10, Episode 2, predicted the discovery of the Higgs boson particle and its significance in particle physics, with Homer briefly acting to write out an equation just like the one used to calculate the mass of the Higgs boson. In The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, an episode from Season 10 of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson embarks on a quest for achievement and intellectual fulfillment. During a scene, Homer is in brief seen writing out an equation on a chalkboard, which bears resemblance to the equation used to calculate the mass of the Higgs boson particle. This subtle reference tips on the destiny discovery of the Higgs boson and its significance in particle physics. However, it is important to notice that any perceived prediction in this episode is probably coincidental, as The Simpsons often incorporates funny and satirical factors without intending to forecast unique medical breakthroughs. Number 26. Holidays of Future Past Season 23, Episode 9, predicted the use of the touchscreen era in ordinary existence, with scenes offering futuristic gadgets reminiscent of tablets and smartphones. In Holidays of Future Past, an episode from Season 23 of The Simpsons, the show presents a glimpse into the future lives of the Simpson circle of relatives members. Throughout the episode, futuristic gadgets reminiscent of pills and smartphones are prominently featured, showcasing the use of the touchscreen generation in normal existence. These scenes reflect the growing incidence of touchscreen gadgets in modern society. However, any perceived prediction in this episode is likely coincidental, as The Simpsons regularly incorporates elements of technological development and societal traits without proceeding to forecast unique destiny tendencies. Number 27. Politically Inept, with Homer Simpson Season 23, Episode 10, predicted the outcome of the 2012 U.S. presidential election, with a scene showing Homer attempting to vote for Barack Obama. However, the voting gadget converts his vote to Mitt Romney. In Politically Inept, with Homer Simpson, an episode from Season 23 of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson attempts to vote in the 2012 U.S. presidential election. However, he encounters a malfunctioning electronic vote-casting gadget that changes his vote from Barack Obama to Mitt Romney. This scene has drawn comparisons to issues about electronic balloting device errors and capability voter fraud in actual global elections. However, any perceived prediction on this episode is in all likelihood coincidental, as The Simpsons regularly includes satire and humor based totally on modern events without intending to forecast precise future consequences. Number 28. Girly Edition Season 9, Episode 21, predicted the rise of 24-hour news networks and sensationalist journalism, with Bart and Lisa hosting their news application, paying homage to cutting-edge cable news formats. In Girly Edition, an episode from Season 9 of The Simpsons, Bart and Lisa Simpson host their news program, Kids News, which turns into a sensation in Springfield. The episode satirizes the rise of 24-hour news networks and sensationalist journalism, showcasing how Bart and Lisa's software adopts a format paying homage to present-day cable news formats. While The Simpsons often offers remarks on cutting-edge media traits, any perceived prediction in this episode is possibly coincidental, as the show aims to entertain instead of forecast specific destiny tendencies. Number 29. 9. Lisa Gets the Blues Season 29, Episode 17, predicted the acquisition of 21st Century Fox through the Walt Disney Company, with a scene showing a signal outdoors the Fox studying a division of Walt Disney Colorado. In Lisa Gets the Blues, an episode from Season 29 of The Simpsons, there's a scene depicting a sign outside the Fox studio that reads "A Division of Walt Disney Colorado." This subtle reference foreshadows the acquisition of 21st Century Fox by using the Walt Disney Company, which certainly passed off in actual existence. However, any perceived prediction in this episode is in all likelihood coincidental, as The Simpsons frequently contains satirical humor and cultural references without intending to forecast specific destiny occasions. Number 30. Simpson Califragilistic Sciala, Annoyed Grunt Sia Season 8, Episode 13. Predicted the popularity of nanny cams and home surveillance structures, with the Simpson circle of relatives installing cameras to screen their new nanny. In Simpson Califragilisticspiala Annoyed Grunt Sias, an episode from Season 8 of The Simpsons. The Simpson family hires a brand new nanny named Sherry Bobbins. Concerned approximately her performance, they install cameras to display her interactions with the kids, reflecting the developing reputation of nanny cams and home surveillance systems. This storyline humorously touches on topics of consideration, privateness, and the growing use of generation for family protection. However, any perceived prediction in this episode is in all likelihood coincidental, as The Simpsons frequently includes cultural trends and societal problems in its satire without intending to forecast precise destiny trends. Number 31. Smart and Smarter Season 15, Episode 13. Predicted the upward thrust of the smart domestic era and virtual assistants, with the Simpson circle of relatives receiving a futuristic home makeover presenting various automatic structures. In Smart and Smarter, an episode from Season 15 of The Simpsons' own family gets a futuristic domestic makeover presenting diverse automated structures, reflecting the upward thrust of the clever domestic era and virtual assistants. This storyline humorously explores the concept of generation infiltrating everyday lifestyles, with the circle of relatives attempting to adapt to their new excessive tech surroundings, leading to comedic misadventures. While The Simpsons often contains cultural traits and technological advancements in its satire, any perceived prediction on this episode is in all likelihood coincidental, because the display aims to entertain as opposed to forecast particular destiny tendencies. Number 32. Bart's New Friend Season 26, Episode 11. Predicted the development of synthetic intelligence and digital fact generation, with Homer forming a bond with a complicated AI named Princess, such as modern voice-activated assistants. In Bart's New Friend, an episode from Season 26 of The Simpsons, Homer forms a bond with a sophisticated artificial intelligence AI named Princess, comparable to present-day voice-activated assistants. This storyline reflects the development of artificial intelligence and the virtual truth era, in addition to society's growing integration with AI-powered gadgets, through Homer's interactions with Princess. The episode humorously explores issues of human-AI relationships and the capability results of relying on technology for companionship. While The Simpsons frequently contains satire and statements on technological advancements, any perceived prediction in this episode is probably coincidental, as the show's objectives are to entertain in place of forecasting specific destiny developments. Number 33. Team Homer Season 7, Episode 12. Predicted the advent of touchscreen ordering systems in rapid food restaurants, with Marge and the kids ordering food from a kiosk at Der Crazy Kraut. In Team Homer, an episode from Season 7 of The Simpsons, Marge and the children are depicted ordering food from a touchscreen kiosk at Der Crazy Kraut, a fictional speedy food restaurant. This scene is reminiscent of the creation of touchscreen ordering systems in real-world rapid food institutions. The episode humorously showcases the benefits and novelty of such an era, even as also highlighting the capability for mishaps and misunderstandings. While The Simpsons often contains satire and remarks on societal tendencies, any perceived prediction on this episode is possibly coincidental, as the display goals to entertain in place of forecasting particular destiny trends. Number 34. Homer Defined Season 3, Episode 5. Predicted the idea of a 3 Mile Island second, referencing the nuclear accident at 3 Mile Island in 1979, which has become a metaphor for any technological disaster. In Homer Defined, an episode from Season 3 of The Simpsons, Homer inadvertently saves the Springfield nuclear power plant from a capacity meltdown by randomly pressing buttons on a managed panel. This scene has been interpreted as a metaphor for the concept of a 3 Mile Island moment, referencing the nuclear coincidence at 3 Mile Island in 1979, which became synonymous with any technological catastrophe. While the episode doesn't directly expect destiny occasions, it serves as a satirical commentary on the capacity effects of human blunders and the reliance on generation. Any parallels drawn between the episode and real global occasions are possibly coincidental, as The Simpsons often makes use of exaggerated scenarios for comedic effect, instead of intending to forecast unique future occurrences.